Hi there and welcome to another Photoshop tutorial from JidWeb. Today we're going to cover a little bit about masks and maybe add a bit of motion blur or radial blur to some image. Is pretty much like what you see on the desktop here. So, okay, let's select an image to start off with. Here's a cyclist. Quite a static image. Cyclist nice and sharp, a little bit of blur in the background, but I'm quite sure we can add a little bit more. Well, first of all, let's get some music going. We can't do a tutorial without music. So, there we go. Right, back to our image. Right, the first thing we want to do is make a selection of the cyclist. Quite many ways you can do this. The more time you spend overdoing it, the better your end results will be, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to be quite quick. So I've selected my quick selection tool, adjusting the brush size with the square bracket keys, and then just drag over the part of the image that you want to select. You can stop, reduce the size of the brush, and continue adding to the selection. We are selecting bits here that we probably don't want to have selected, and we'll go and tidy that up a little bit in a few minutes. There we go. Right, you'll see we've got bits selected in here under the arms there that we don't really want to be included in the selection, so we're going to try and remove those. Now, holding the Alt key down, you'll notice that the plus changes to a minus. Keep the Alt key down and you can go and remove the bits of the selection that you don't want selecting. Best to remove the parts and the wheels, otherwise it will look a little bit daft when you're finished. A bit smaller. Go. As I say, best spending a little bit of time to get this to look right. I'm rushing it a bit, as I say, just for purposes of tutorial. Onto it there, so we'll go back to the plus. Could have spent a bit more time on it. Sure. Let's remove these bits here. These bits under here. Down there. Right, that's pretty much all I'm going to do for the purposes of this. Right, now we've got our selection. What should we do with it now? Well, let's save this selection so that we can use it over and over again if we want to. So how do we do that? Go up to Select, and at the very bottom option is Save Selection. It's going to be a new channel, and it's in this particular document, and we'll just call it, give it any name you like. Cycle 1, press OK, and your selection is now saved. So I've just deselected that with Command and D, Control and D on our Windows box. Alright, what should we do now with this image? Okay, let's add some blur to the whole image, and then we'll remove the cycle from it, and hopefully you get an effect with a blurred background, but the image still being relatively sharp. So we'll make a duplicate layer from our background layer, which is Command J or Control J, on a Windows machine. Let's add some motion blur first. So we'll go to Filter, Blur, Motion Blur. There we go. And there we go. Quite a fair bit of blur going on there. Let's do it to about there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. That does. As you can see, we've lost our cyclist. So let's get our selection back. Let's do this. Go to Select, Load Selection. Pick our channel, which is called Cycle 1. That's OK. And there is a selection of our cyclist. Now then, this is where it's a bit of personal taste. I like to modify the selection. I like to make it slightly larger, not be much, only 10 pixels say, and also add a feather to the selection to soften the edges. Let's try 50. There we go. And now all we've got to do is press the delete button, remove the selection, and there we've got a very strange looking girly whizzing through the streets of Nutsville on a bike. Let's do another one. Let's add a bit of radial blur to it, so I'll just flatten that just for a bit. Only doing this quickly. I normally spend a lot more time doing this, just doing this properly. So let's add a radial blur to the image now. Radial blur. Now then, radial blur, don't overly like this interface because you can't actually see in here where you're centering your blur, but that's not going to be far away. Let's try processing power. And there we go, added a load of radial blur and pretty much centered on the girl's face. So again, get selection. Works quite well with the motion blur, I think, these two together. So we will add our selection again. And just going to add a bit of feather this time. I'm going to expand it any. And just 8 pixels. Press delete again, remove the selection. And there we have it. We have added a lot of motion and radial blur. Now, not forgetting that we have got our image, base image under there, so we can check. I like to just knock the opacity back a little bit. Just gives us a bit more of a combination of the two. Flatten the two layers. And there we have our finished image. I say, spend more time on it than me, but that's the idea of it. Okay, catch you for the next tutorial. Have a good day now.